There are reports that PDP is reaching out to Peter Obi.
Yes, why not? He was our member. In fact, if I were Vice President Atiku, I would have, in 2023, I would have said, now, Peter, you were my Vice President at that time. Now, I'll support you.
So, guys, I believe we will see videos flying up and down by the PDP chairman, PDP forefathers, founding fathers, that they want to be back. Because PDP right now, as you all know, have been destroyed. Wike destroyed it, Atiku destroyed it. So now Atiku have left PDP, and Wike is still PDP working for APC. This is how they've destroyed PDP. And now again, they went ahead to have a neck meeting. Then they are looking for who they will bring in, and then most of them are saying Peter Obi, Peter Obi. But my viewers, what do you think? Do you think it's good, or do you think it's a good thing for Peter Obi to come back to PDP after what PDP have been through and what PDP have done to Nigerians? Just let me go to the comment section and watch you to the end.
Would you say it's back from the brink for the PDP? Because a lot of people were expecting the party to go under.
I think those who are thinking that way maybe don't remember, and I don't blame them. Remember the kind of the nature of the party that we formed in 1998. When we said power to the people, the party was created not at the top. The party was created to have a base at the grassroots in every community, in every world, right up. So the membership and the vibrancy and the life of the party really is at the grassroots level. And they have been there, and they are very, very faithful. Unfortunately, in the last few months, some of the leaders at the top had some disagreements. And instead of doing it the way we used to do it, to really, as it were, have meetings, debate issues, reconcile and come out with because in any organization there will be all sorts of disagreements here and there.
Even within families,
yeah.
Within nuclear families,
yes,
there are disagreements.
It's the way you resolve them. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. There was this tension. People thought the whole party was gone. It's amazing that just as a very short notice, 2 days, with the founding fathers, convened a conference. We wanted them to be together as a family at the Air Force. Just a few, 1 or 2 days. The whole place was packed, as if we've been preparing for the last how many months. And believe you me, you go to all the corners, all the institutions, you find that people are ready because they believe in PDP. Fortunately for us, they still remember what we did. And they remember what happened by those who took over from us. So the PDP did not come back from the brink. We've just resolved our issues. We had some, in fact, we had more serious problems, before, and we survived it. This was a very small...
I said from the brink because many of your key members, even founding members, jumped ship, left the PDP and saying, this is a sinking ship. They either joined the APC or the new coalition in ADC.
No, why I'm laughing is that even yesterday, some of the people you are referring, I don't want to mention names, sent people to accuse me. Why didn't I call them to that meeting?
The founding fathers meeting.
They said they were there as founding fathers with me. How dare I? But you see, they didn't know that when I wrote letters of invitation to even such people. But then I didn't want to annoy these people who knew where they are at this particular point. So I called them to say, look, I'm about to call this meeting, and I'm sending a letter. When I reach one particular person from one particular zone, they said, no. He was the one who raised the motion for them to go to another function, and they said no. Therefore, please don't call him. If he's truly with us, he will react. He reacted yesterday. What I'm saying, many of them will be back. We've seen that before. In 2014, I was the chairman of the National Convention of the PDP. I can name about 7 key people who left. And about 5 of them joined the others to form the APC.
G5 governors,
No. That was in 2023. I'm talking about way back.
Yes,
in
just
2014.
Before the 2015
in 2014.
Yeah. They walked out from the convention.
From the convention. I was the chairman, and I did everything to make sure that nobody was dissatisfied with the way we organized.
It was 5 governors then, G5 governors.
But another set of 5 governors.
Yes.
So what I'm saying now is that they went, all of them were back. I didn't want to mention names. Somebody called them yesterday nomadic politicians. And they're entitled to be. you know, because some of them, when they came back, we even gave them, you know, platforms to stand the election. We forgave them, yeah, and then they on. So what we are saying here is that the PDP has resolved the issues we had. We have risen. We are moving on because the NEC, very fortunately for us, resolved that we are now going to convention. The thing that was being argued was who as well acts, who takes over the little, you know, spaces, especially the chairmanship was from the North Central. My very good friend and, for a number of years. Unfortunately, certain things happened because fundamentally, and I have to say it here, it's a very simple thing, but very, very important. We felt that after 8 years of APC and President Buhari coming from the northern part, it was free and fair, in accordance with the wisdom of the founding fathers, that we shift this to the southern part. So the presidential candidate of the party in 2023 should have gone to the south. When we said it, they said no. That was the main contention.
Was it the major issue?
That was the major.
So has it been agreed now for the records that you're zoning the 2027 presidency to the south?
Absolutely. But of course there are, you know, procedures. There's a zoning committee that was you know, set up yesterday. We will allow them to finish their work. But there is already a consensus, a near consensus, that if we really mean business, because you see, it's a strategy that the founding fathers put in place in 1998 when we came in. We looked at the whole nation and said, look, the South has been very, very badly treated. And we are brothers because Abiola won election in June 12, 1993, you know, and it was cancelled. And the southern part was feeling very, very, very good, especially the southwest, but actually the entire south, but especially the southwest. So when we came, we told ourselves from up here, we are brothers. In being democratic, we also should be patriotic nation builders. When you are building a nation, you must have justice, fairness, equity. You have to look after the interests of others. So we advise ourselves that nobody from up here should go for the presidency in 1998. We call that concept power shift. And power shifted. And that's how we resolved the issue of the, you know, the South was boiling. But after that, it settled. In fact, by 2003 or so, when the elections came out, the whole of although they initially went to AD, you know that they were initially in AD, most of us were, you know, of course, in PDP. But after Obasanjo's 4 years, the whole of the South, except Lagos, and Lagos now transformed and became
2007.
So what I'm saying, even those who have gone now, they will soon be back because they will discover that they are going to join the queue. And in APC, they don't do things democratically as well.
How will, yes, you're in PDP, but most of your members are in ADC. In fact, Atiku Abubakar.
No, don't say most of our members, some of our members.
Oh, some of, I mean, those that constituted the APC, mainly from APC and PDP.
Yeah, maybe they've gone back to APC.
Now, a lot of people said Atiku Abubakar was the problem, and he insisted on running in 2003 against the spirit of zoning. Now he has resigned from the party. What will it mean for?
If you ask many of our members, they'll say, well, quietly answered prayer. Because really, there's absolutely nothing else we have done to show that we are brothers with Vice President Atiku. He left in 2014 to go and form the APC with other people. He was back to us before to end. He requested for the ticket of the party. 2019, you remember who was our candidate? He was the candidate. He didn't have it. In 2023, we said, now look.
No, he was a candidate in 2019.
Yeah, that's why we gave him. That's why I said people were so nice to him. And in 2023, we now said, he honored me. I called a meeting in my house, being one of the founding fathers that most of them respect. Because most of the other founding fathers, Dr. Ekweme, Chief Solomon La, Alhaji Adamu Chiroma, Alhaji Abubakar Rimi, so many have all gone. So many of them still respect because I was the voice and the secretary of the founding man. I called him, he came. And I called Governor Wike then in Port Harcourt. And to be fair to both of them, they honored me. They came to my small house. And I requested, I said, look, Nigerians expect the PDP to win this election. Because to be fair, in the 8 years of, well, he's passed on now, we don't want to say, not much was happening. Nigerians were expecting the vibrancy of the PDP. So let's resolve this matter so that we win this election and we'll be in government. Believe you me, they agreed. When they went back...
What was the agreement?
The agreement was that, look, sincerely, we have to respect the convention. Otherwise, sincerely, this thing should have initially actually gone to the South. But now you've won the primaries, the convention, you've been elected. We'll respect the will of the people. Why wouldn't you now take this other person who was a very, very active, very, very vibrant person as your running mate? He said it was too late. So he said, now, and for Governor Wike, believe me, to be fair to him, he now said, look, okay, what will I go and tell my people? Let the chairmanship then come to the South, which is fair. And so they all agreed to set up a committee of 14, 7 from both sides. Believe me, both of them did. I remember the governor of Adamawa was nominated by Atiku to be the chairman of his 7 men. Mimiko, the former governor of Ondo, was nominated by Wike to be the chairperson of the 7. And the 14 of them met. They met here in Abuja, they met in Port Harcourt, and they reached agreement how to resolve the matter properly. When they finished, that time, Atiku had already gone to a meeting in London. They followed him and gave him a report. And they reached an agreement, believe me, solidly. And coming back to Nigeria, I don't want to go for it because...
So that agreement wasn't implemented.
That was why the so-called G5, they were annoyed. Because they have done everything. And so some of us were sympathetic because we believed that ab initio, the candidature for the party's presidential candidate in 2023, after 8 years being up here, should have gone to the South.
I recall what Atiku Abubakar said then. He made a post on some of his social media handles that he has no problem of zoning to the South, but it must be zoned to the Southeast. That if it's zoned to the Southeast today, that same day he will drop his ambition.
First of all, zone to the South. The South will sit and the micro zone. That's what we'll do. Even when the chairmanship was zoned up here, it was zoned to the North. We sat together in the North, and it was micro-zoned to the...
Perhaps his fear was that it was going to be hijacked.
No.
Some other interests.
The southern interests were very powerful. I remember all the 17 or 18 governors of the South met. The last meeting they had was in Asaba. I remember very, very well.
Yes.
With the person who even became his vice presidential candidate. And they resolved that the candidate this time should be from the South. All right? Part of the thing that we said, no. To be honorable, he shouldn't even have accepted anything on that ticket. Because it was under
He even accepted when he defected to the APC that it was a wrong move. So
now, after he had done
your position.
There? You said what?
I said he agreed by himself that
but it's
him becoming
the damage
vice president was...
he should have listened to us at the right time. Well. Because we were telling her, look, Nigerians are watching us. Fair is fair. This is the time. When you people sat in Asaba, most of us agreed that yes, it is your turn. But suddenly, you now became vice president to another country. No, they shouldn't have done that. None of you should have accepted it. But now he has seen it. What I'm saying now, I wish he did in 20, would have been in government today. And Nigerians would have been murdered. But not to worry, we're coming.
Well, we wish you luck. But another problem with the PDPs, some of your members have openly said, we are PDP, but we will campaign for Bola Tinubu in 2027. Nyesom Wike, FCT Minister, Samuel Otom, former governor of Benue State, governor of Osun State, Adeleke, Oyinola, name them. So it appears that he's one leg in PDP as a member, but supporting the APC for presidential election. How will he play out for the PDP?
Let me say this. A number of people making comments were making comments because they haven't seen the other side. They haven't given us the opportunity of producing the candidate for the 2027. And maybe they are thinking that the current government is so established, is so strong, is so structured, is so lent that it is not beatable. That's what they're thinking. But you see, that's not how elections are won. It's an election. And we won elections in this country. There's a sense in which the Nigerian population, the Nigerian followers are such that there is a momentum. The momentum usually gathered, and that's what happened. The same when Buhari came. They were not very strong, but then the thing was on their side. It was the turn of the North. And in 2014, we made a mistake because we advised Jonathan after 2011 when he won to say, look, in 2014, let it shift to the north. We are all agreed. When we came to that 2014, 2015, a few of the people around, not he himself, a few of the people around, they said there is no vacancy. I can name some of them now, but it's all right. We said, now look, this is not fair. We are with you, but you've already lost the moral initiative, because many of them now will feel they'll be sympathetic. And that's what, it was like a wave. Believe you me, we'll bring up a candidate from the south, a credible candidate, a very experienced candidate, a very experienced person who has really served Nigeria very well. There are so many of them. We've already done our research. When we come up, some of the people we are now, some of the people
you're talking about the Buhari momentum. Some people that, is that someone also that have that momentum?
Even more powerful. Because Buhari didn't perform. Buhari, it was because of sentiment of integrity of this. He didn't actually, wasn't privileged to really do things that people will remember him for, you know. But people liked him for integrity, for being truthful and being strong and so on. But in terms of really getting things done, you know, he wasn't that for the person we are talking about, and the people we are talking about, because we are looking at 1 or 2 or 3 people, and any of them will be very, very superb. They have done well. Yeah?
There are reports that PDP is reaching out to Peter Obi.
Yes, why not? He was our member. In fact, if I were Vice President Atiku, I would have, in 2023, I would have said, now, Peter, you were my vice president at that time. Now, I'll support you. You would have been a statesman. You know, Peter is good. There are other good people.
What level of contact have you had with Peter before?
Not for now, because I'm still, I'm the leader of the delegation. But I've met people, I've met him, and I've met people, you know, that are going to be the people he will refer to. And I've sat with them for hours. And we're moving step by step.
What kind
we're
of
moving step by step. But that's not the only person.
Them, yeah.
That's not the only person. We're also going to other places, but I don't want to announce before we really get there. They gave me an assignment. When I met them initially, they said, look, get your platform. That's why you started. The platform was too noisy. Get it right. And I'm moving. Yesterday, we had a fantastic neck. And I was so happy, because the next thing now is the convention at Ibadan in November. We'll do it very, very well. So I have a very solid platform. I can now go back to these people to say, look, we're set. The platform you are complaining about is now set, is now organized, is now proper, is now ready, is ready to move. And I know many of them will respond. So we're not just looking at one person. We're 1, 2, 3, you know, even more. You know, the South is full of talents.
Okay, now let's quickly take a
look. The
South
is full of talents,
yes.
Agree with me?
Yes, of course, there are talents
yes.
everywhere. Human resources are on global level, Nigeria can raise its head.
So what I'm saying is the people who are saying they will not, no, they should give us a chance, because we provide a credible alternative to what is up. I'm not saying the president, you know, the current APC, no, he's doing his best, but if you compare with our record, it's far, oh my God. The exchange, just check the exchange rate. Exchange rate during Jonathan, what was it? It's now 760% higher. And that one has changed the whole reality in Nigeria. Things are so expensive. People are not able to live. Things are so harsh. That's alone. You know, economy is the most powerful gauge. And believe you me, on that one, they will find it very difficult. It's a reality.
So the campaign will be based more on the performance
issues,
of the economy.
On issues.
Okay, let's take a look at
security and economy.
Okay, two key issues. From our social media handle, our X feed to be specific, we have at least one conscious one says, I want to specifically appreciate Professor Jerry Ghana for initiating the meeting of the founding fathers of PDP.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
However, we expect the party to achieve consensus, to activate rather consensus to the southeast, which in my view remains the most loyal zone to the PDP.
So that's the way we are coming. You know, the thing that I want to take this opportunity to really thank our great people in the Southeast for being patient, because I met their leaders, and many of them were there yesterday. The founding fathers set up a very important ideal, is that if we are to rule the country, we must be law-abiding. We must obey the rule of law. And even if you don't like a court ruling, once the court has ruled, you obey. The Supreme Court ruled. And once they ruled, we have to obey. Because we interpreted it one way, but we also went to the person that should interpret it and be the overseer, that's INEC. And their own interpretation was that unless this person is the secretary, you have no secretary because the Supreme Court has already ruled. And we say, now look, we are now in a tight corner. Because if we don't convene the NEC properly,
there'll be no NEC, there'll be no national convention.
So we want to assure the South, we can't forget, they've sacrificed tremendously, we're moving on. They will smile.
Now, for you to beat an incumbent president in the presidential system in Africa, the first point to achieve is to unite the opposition. Now we have ADC pulling out. 3-horse race, 4-horse race will be to the advantage of the ruling party. 2-horse race enhances the opportunity of the opposition party.
You know, your observation is too early in terms of making a conclusion, because the two sides have not really brought up the candidates yet. You know the candidate of one side, that's APC. They should wait until the PDP brings out the credible alternative candidate. And many of the other parties we're talking about, they also line up, because we'll be more beautiful, we'll be more active, we'll be more credible, we'll be more believable, we'll be one because we've done it before. And they'll see it fantastically. And we are so real. Therefore, just wait. Ask me this question in another year. The opposition will be so solidly behind defeating this. Because, you know, the reality is, and this is not a criticism, it's just the realities. The situation that Nigerians are facing is very, very, and they are crying out for rescue. The economy is harsh, but by any standard. I don't even listen to my wife again when they go to market and come, because it's in a mess. And the one that pains me the most, really, is the fact that they are not like we did in our days. Under Obasanjo, and I thank Obasanjo, I thank Umaru Yar'Adua, I thank Goodluck Jonathan, because they implemented the party's position. Stand, look, for a developing African country, one of the best ways in which you really develop the economy is to attract foreign direct investments. Because the rest of the world have done. Is it Europe? Develop. America? Develop. China? Develop. They are looking at Africa.
A virgin ground.
With resources, with human power, with, you know, all kinds of, and Nigeria is, of all the African countries, Nigeria is the most attractive. A market of 200 million plus. 200 million. That anything you produce in Nigeria, they'll buy. And look at the huge resources. My friend, I'm a geographer. I know the kind of resources we have in this country. Fantastic resources. So there are so many investors out there attracted to come and invest in Nigeria. But unfortunately, I'm not blaming the president, because, you know, he's giving directives. But I called them, and I've given a number of addresses on this matter. I call them evil gatekeepers. They are frustrating the investors. They are frustrating them. Some of them are crying and say, no, hey, Nigeria, we're going away. You give us a chance. We'll open the door again. Because we opened the door in such a way that the world was so pleased that they gave us a debt relief of $18 billion. Just because we are governing very well. Okay. We'll do it again. And believe you me, if you open that door alone of investments coming to Nigeria, it's huge. Look at President Trump in America. Just within a few months, he was able to attract $16 trillion just to recover the kind of. We can attract, not just billions, not just millions, not just billions, but trillions. Because the economy is vibrant. Okay. It's resourceful.
That's what the PDP
are brilliant.
Hope to do.
Yes.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
This is one of the things.
Like you said, in the next 1 year, we'll have this conversation again to take stock
we have how
the PDP has progressed.
A program of seven-point program we're going to bring. One of them is just what I said, allowing people to bring their money, because here you can grow your money.
Prof, you're already in campaign mode.
Oh, yes. They asked me to come back, and we're back, because I was very patient listening to me, because many of them are our friends. But believe me, we'll go and when people are crying on our shoulders, they want to invest in your economy, they brought in money, and people will mess them up, not for a year, not for two. Come on, it's not fair.
Okay, Professor Jerry Ghana, a geographer you may not know. Perhaps I was wondering if he could have done better after performing so well as information minister, if he was appointed into Senate Mirrors. But let's see how it pans out. He believes the PDP His future is very strong.
Very, very bright.
Thank you so much for joining us.
I want to thank you very much for really helping us to address our people. PDP supporters out there and friends, oh, we are moving. The PDP train is moving. Don't agree with anybody to go. Don't go anywhere. Stay in PDP. PDP is alive.
The truth remains that Nigerians have promised Peter Obi that anywhere he goes, they will follow him. Even if Peter Obi goes to PDP, obedience will follow him there, because they're not just about the party. They are about the candidate, the person himself. Peter Obi have sold himself to the world that he's been recognized worldwide as the most transparent, honest leader. Or let me use the most honest and transparent politicians in the history of Nigeria. That is an unforgettable remark, and people are saying that even if Peter Obi does not win or become our president because of how corrupt Nigeria is, but at least he can be remembered for a lot of things. In the space of 1 week, Peter Obi have donated more than 100 million naira to nursing schools. What can we say Atiku have done for Nigeria? What can we say Wiki has done for Nigeria? These are people that have destroyed PDP. What can we say they've done? Now the founding father that wanting Peter Obi to come back to PDP, that Peter Obi was a member before, this one, that one. But the truth is that where Peter Obi will run 2027 is still unknown. He might run a Labour Party or another party, but it's still unknown for now. But like I was saying, that Peter Obi, anywhere Peter Obi goes, people will follow him. But the thing is there that whether coalition or no coalition, PDP or no PDP, LP or no LP, Peter Obi will be on the ballot box come 2027. That's what he said with his own mouth. He promised Nigerians, and he also said that he will rather die than to see Nigeria fail, or he rather die than to fail Nigerians if he be given the chance to become president of Nigeria. So let me get over and talk about the video you've watched now about the PDP saga, everything, wanting Peter Obi to come in the PDP, and this one. Let me go to views in the comment section of this video.